Hey guys, this is Paula, and I wanted to stop in and talk to my small business owners that have added employees to their staff in the last year. I know this is January. You're trying to regroup from the end of fourth quarter, the beginning of the new year, and you're trying to figure out what do you need to do this tax season? What documents do you need to give to your employees? And this video is just for you. So I want to make sure that you're clear on who gets that form 1099 NEC, okay? So the 1099 NEC form, this is the form that's needed to report independent contractor payments that you made last calendar year. The NEC stands for non-employee compensation. And this is taking place of what used to be called that 1099 miscellaneous form. Everybody remember that? So the 1099 miscellaneous form has been repurposed, and now you're going to be using this form for your independent contractors, your janitorial services, maybe some third-party accounts that you're paying for. Anyone that you paid who is not on your payroll, is not a W-2 employee, you're not withholding taxes for. This is the group of people that you're going to be thinking about, okay? So let's think about who needs to get this 1099 NEC form. Anyone that you paid $600 or more for services, okay? Not physical products. The rule of thumb is that the payment must be more than, or at least $600 in order to get the NEC over the course of the entire calendar year, okay? Then you want to think about services that were performed for business purposes. So say, you had a contract with the worker to remodel your office break room. The total came to about $5,000. You would likely issue a 1099 NEC to that person in that case. But let's say you instead hired someone to come and remodel the kitchen in your house. You don't need an NEC form for that, right? That wasn't for business purposes, okay? So only for business purposes. And in the general rule, you are not issuing these 1099 NEC forms to C corporations and S corporations, okay? So you want to know the type of people you're working with, and that's why it's important that you get them to complete that W-9 form at the beginning of your relationship with them. So keep in mind, in general, you don't have to issue that 1099 NEC form to C Corps, S Corps, except medical and healthcare payments. They do need one. Your payments to your attorney, doesn't matter what their business structure is, you need to issue one to your attorney if you pay them more than $600 as a business. But that's it, okay? So keep in mind, you want to get that W-9 in advance before you make that first payment to a contract worker so that you're clear, you have all of their identifying information, name, address, social security, or EIN number, and you know their business structure, so that when it comes time a year later at the end of the year and it's time to get these forms out, you're not confused, okay? So when in doubt, if you're not sure, it's always best to go ahead and complete the form. There's no penalty if you file one, but if you did not file one, or if you're not sure, you didn't meet the deadline to get it done by the end of January, then there are penalties involved, and they're pretty hefty penalties. So always get a W-9 before you start issuing payments to any vendor. And if you need assistance, please do engage a professional payroll service, a professional tax service to help you so that you can avoid those penalties and so that you can meet those deadlines to get the documentation out to your contract workers, your vendors, in a timely manner. And as always, if you need some assistance, we'd be happy to help you. We're a full service payroll provider. Our link is up in the chat, and I look forward to speaking with you soon. In the meantime, remember to live freely.